Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of World of Warships. This is Tanks for the Mammeries playing the open beta test of World of Warships, and this is another in our series of interviews with players in the game, influencers on the forums, and YouTube personalities. This is Motorboating with Mammeries between two warships, and tonight I'm extremely excited to have with us Calphayus. Calphayus. Say it. Pronounce it for me.
Calphayus.
Calphayus. Now, Calphayus has been a member for a very long time. He's a forum influencer. He's been in the forums. He's been very helpful to people in the forums. He's got over 1,300 posts there about the game, about people, how they should play in the game, hints, helpful tips, things like that. He is also on the Council of Armored Forces community contributor for World of Tanks. He is a alpha tester for World of Tanks Generals. He is a closed beta tester for World of Warplanes. He is a super tester for World of Warships. He is a North American testing TeamSpeak lead moderator, and he is the clan chief of the Navygaming Clan for World of Warships. So this guy is neck deep in the game. I'm very excited to have him here this evening with me. And so what I'd like to do is jump right in. But the very first thing I would like to ask and have him answer when he introduces himself is, are you bald like your Star Wars Sith namesake?
No, I am not bald like my Star Wars counterpart.
Okay.
I do have a full head of hair, and I plan to keep that for a little while.
All right. I happened to check up on your name, and I saw that it pulled up the Star Wars Sith, the Sith guy, and so there was a picture of him there, and I said, okay, cool, but go ahead. So give us an introduction about yourself, Cal.
Hey everybody there on YouTube. I've been pretty excited coming up to doing this interview here with Tanks for the Mammeries. I'm the clan commander of the Navygaming America clan for World of Warships. As far as I am aware, we are the biggest clan in the North American server, part of the Greater North American Naval Alliance, along with FOG and Armada, the three top clans currently. We generally are a laid-back group, and we want to be the best, we want to win, but we want to keep fun as a big factor in that. And we will always do whatever we can to help out.
That's great. And what I'll do, folks, in the comment section of this video, I'm going to have a link to the Navygaming Clan site, and if it's something you're interested in doing, I'm sure that Cal would be happy to take an application from you, and so I'll make sure that the link to that website is in the comment section at the end of the video. So let's do this, Cal. Let's we picked some ships. So what we're going to do is we're going to do an alpha and a beta here. So we have I'm in the closed beta testing award ship or reward ship, which is the USS Arkansas Class 4 or Tier 4 battleship. And Cal is in his Iwaki Alpha, which is a Tier 4 Japanese, is it light cruiser or destroyer? What is that?
Kind of a hybrid. Light cruiser acts more like a destroyer.
Right. And some people call it, what, the death pickle?
Yes.
Right. Now, is that because you get in it and you get killed right away, or is it because you are a very deadly pickle and kill other people?
Well, the pickle part just comes from the bright green camo.
That's right, the camouflage.
From it. The death pickle part of it, it has earned its name. If you are not paying attention and there's Milwaukee Alpha on the other team, if they know how to use it, which generally they do,
it'll kill you.
They will sneak up like a destroyer, and they will, completely destroy you. But you do have to remember, while it acts like a destroyer, it has the cruiser armor, so it's going to be a little bit tougher to take out than a destroyer.
Now, before we get in, and I'm going to go ahead and hit battle. I'm going to go ahead and get started here, but let me ask you this question: compared to the Kitakami, how do you think it plays compared to the Kitakami?
I think this plays more like a destroyer than the Kitakami does, and it is kind of surprising with as many torpedoes as the Kitakami has. The Iwaki is just really fast like a destroyer. It's very agile, can turn on a dime. It has smoke. It's basically your ideal tier 4 that you could want, similar to the Arkansas Beta. While it's not very fast, it packs a punch.
Right, right.
Most tier 4s around this area, I have seen that they don't really perform as well as these two ships do.
Right.
Gotcha. Now, the Kitakami's got all those torpedoes, but it's a lot bigger, too. And it's, with all those torpedoes, you make a huge target. This Iwaki is kind of low profile, and it helps you hide a little bit more.
Yeah, the Kitakami turns like a waterlogged piece of lumber. It really just doesn't do real well in the turn. Hey, I'm going to head down the 9 line towards C at a not quite full speed, just to kind of see how things come in here before I commit myself anywhere, just so you know.
That was weird. My camo didn't show up for a second.
Oh, interesting. So, you happen to be sort of in the same time zone and same general local area as I am. I'm obviously in the Washington, D.C. area, and you're just up the road at Pax River, which is a U.S. naval facility. And for those that are out there that don't know, are you in the U.S. Navy, or were you in the U.S. Navy?
No, I just happen to live on Navy property.
Oh, that's nice. Good for you. And tell us a little bit about Pax River. What is Pax River Naval Station?
Patuxent River Naval Air Station is basically an aircraft testing facility. Any of the new planes that the Navy gets, they test them out here. The latest aircraft that they've been testing is the insanely loud F-35.
Yeah.
And it's had a lot of trial and error.
Yes.
They've really modified it from its original testing. It originally, when its first test happened, it caught the tarmac on fire.
Wow.
And so they had to turn the engine down a little bit.
Was that from the controllable sort of directional? What do they call those things on the sides that helps it do VTOL and all that, or was that just because the afterburners were so hot?
Well, when it was in hover mode, trying to take off vertically, the engine was just burning so hot that it caught the tarmac on fire.
Got you. Okay, so
they had to turn that down.
Wow, that's pretty crazy. Gotcha. Wow. So you've got a lot of hobbies. You obviously play World of Warships, World of Tanks. You do some World of Warplanes, and you say you like explosions as well. What is it about explosions? Are you in the business of stopping explosions? Do you blow stuff up? Are you a demolitions guy? What's your what got you into liking explosions, or was it just stuff that you can blow up with ships?
I don't know. I seem to really like this Wargaming trilogy. Just it started out as a stress reliever and just blowing stuff up. You know, kind of was a nice way for me to vent in a way.
Right.
After work, and I seem to be able to do pretty good. I kind of fell in love with it, and besides playing different Star Wars games that I find all the time, I generally try to hang out and play this.
So he's dead. Well, that was really great. Good Lord.
Yeah.
between all of the different World of let me put it this way: between all of the different wargaming products, World of Warships, World of Warplanes, and World of Tanks, what do you like the best, and why?
The one that I seem to like the most, it used to be World of Tanks, because I have just spent so much time in it and made so much effort. But right now, ever since I started in the closed alpha testing of Warships, I've fallen in love with it. It's my all-time favorite right now.
All right. And why is that? Cal, you still there?
Yep. I just got wrecked.
Ooh,
Ow.
sorry.
Yeah. Oh. Well, I'm dead. The I would have to say Warships is probably my favorite because of the fact that, well, it's the controls seem to be nicer. It's more user-friendly than World of Tanks is, and from what I've seen, and my biggest pet peeve with World of Tanks was all the camping.
Yep.
I absolutely hated that. And with World of Warships, you can't really do that, especially with the destroyer.
Yeah.
I mean, you can if you want. You can sit there and hug an island, but a destroyer will sneak up behind you and get you.
Our team is taking
Not
the
to
lead.
mention the aircraft factoring in.
Right.
Yeah, it really makes you have complete situational awareness at all times, and I like that. You know, you have to pay attention to every little detail of what's going on around you.
Yep.
With
Okay.
World of Tanks, if you're in the back, tank destroyer or whatever, you can just sit back in the bushes and just wait. You know, you can't do that with this one.
Nope. Never stop moving.
Yeah, but dead
These guys-
ship, or still ship is a dead ship.
These guys just T-boned each other right in front of me. This is awesome. The St. Louis and the I don't know what that is. I guess it's a New York or something. Boy, I'm kind of all by myself over here, I guess. This is not good.
You do have another Wyoming behind you, though.
Okay. There's a destroyer and they're really getting ready to start to make some trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Keep an eye out for me on that destroyer, would you?
Yeah, he's coming right around the island.
Shot short.
You got
Yep, there he is right there. I see him.
Isaac. He's got one behind you, too.
Control A.
Yep, he just launched torpedoes
Yep,
at you.
I got it. Can I make it behind this island? I don't think so.
No, you're gonna take him.
Yep, I'm gonna eat 3 of them. Yep. Damn. That was good on him. That was good on him. I thought I might be able to get behind that island, but it didn't happen. I will say this about the Arkansas. It does not turn like some of the other American battleships. That is for sure.
Yeah, it does not, but it can really take punishment and deal it out, too.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah, I mean, I had a good number of little hits right there. All right, let's tell you what. Let's head back to port, and we'll do a few more questions and get into the next game real quick. So, in essence, I mean, in reading sort of some of the stuff I was able to pull up on you, you've been a tester for pretty much every wargaming product out there. That's pretty crazy. I don't know if anybody else that I've talked to who is who's basically tested every single wargaming product except. Have you done the Xbox test?
I have not.
Okay.
I was invited to partake in the closed beta of the World of Tanks Blitz for the iPads and iPhones and all that.
Right.
But I missed out on the whole testing phase for 360.
Gotcha. I actually did the 360. I was a tester for 360. But I didn't do the iPad. I've tried to do some iPad games and things like that. And I just didn't enjoy the interface, so I never got into doing a lot of games on the iPad like that. So I wasn't interested in that one. And I came to World of Tanks too late to do any sort of testing of World of Tanks. Although I would have enjoyed that. So
yeah, I have a lot of friends who did the World of Tanks PC testing. I came in right as they did the full release of the game, so I was just that much late for getting the title.
Did you jump in with like premium tanks and just lose your ass in the beginning?
No, actually.
I did.
It's very rare to see that anymore, but I actually had a mentor in my first clan, and he told me to work my way up in the ships, get a tier 10 first, and then you can start working on premium stuff.
Right.
So the first tier 10 I got was the E100. I was like, okay, well, I did that part.
Right.
And so now, I can start looking at premium tanks.
Right.
And as my current account sits, I've got one of every tier premium tank, except for tier 9.
Okay.
I've got at least one. There's some tiers that have multiples.
Yeah.
I've spent more money on World of Tanks than I care to admit.
Oh, I'm right there with you. I have I have a Panzer IIJ, and whenever I show up in the Panzer IIJ, of course, everybody always freaks out and says, "Oh my God, you spent $1,000 on the tank." I actually didn't. I heard about it so early on that I went to the website in Belarus that had them and was able to buy it for $109, which is still, don't get me wrong, folks, I understand that's a lot of money, but it is not a lot of money compared to what they go for on eBay at the $1,300 range, at which people are paying for. So, you talk about the sort of stress relief. You like explosions, you come home, this is after work, a stress relief thing. The Panzer IIJ is by far, after sex, the best stress reliever that I have run across yet. And I don't do drugs besides the alcohol and the smoking, but I mean, if you get a Panzer IIJ and you get out on the battlefield, it is truly one of the funnest tanks in the game, and I don't care how much money it costs. So the premium tank thing is the way to go. But I started out, I heard about the game, I went out and I bought the Luva, and I bought the Locust. And I must have played 1,000 games in those, and just was the guy that everybody bitches about, and then started to figure it out and got pretty good. But boy, I tell you, in World of Warships, I am going to work my way up. That is for sure.
Yeah, I would have to disagree with you on the Panzer IIJ, though I have not played the Panzer IIJ, so I'm a little biased on that. I would have to say my two overall favorite premium vehicles in World of Tanks are the it's the Panzer II. Basically, it is called the Mini Moss or the Micro Moss.
Yeah.
I love that thing.
Yeah.
If you know how to angle the armor in that tier, it basically is as invincible as a Moss is.
Yeah.
And then the PZB2. If you use gold rounds in that, you are unstoppable.
Yeah,
I have almost an 80% win rate in the PZB2 alone.
Yeah, I think
that's with
72%.
Over 600 battles.
Yeah, I got one of those too. That is a great. You put those in a platoon, and it's pretty much a done deal. Those are great vehicles.
Yeah.
All right.
That and the Matilda.
Yeah.
You get 3 of those, and it's done.
Yeah, I agree with you. All right, look, pick another ship, and I'll follow on with you, and we'll get into the next game here.
What tiers do you have?
I've got some of the premiums, and then tier 3 is it. So the premiums and the tier 3s, up to tier 3. Erie, St. Louis, Sims, Atlanta, Grimyashi, Murmansk.
Oh, you have the Mermans?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. I'm not real good at this. The first time I played it was last night, so I blew through the Omaha. I did not like the Omaha in beta testing, so. But I heard really good things about the Murmansk, and I thought, well, what the hell, I'll get it. So, all right, here we go, folks. We're in the Murmansk. On to the next battle. In the meantime, let's see here. Before the wipe, how many games in World of Warships did you play?
Before the wipe?
Mm-hmm.
Well, which wipe?
Well, okay, let's call it the final closed beta wipe.
Okay, the final closed beta wipe. I kind of slacked off a little bit before open beta hit. I think I was at like 400 battles, something like that.
Okay.
But back in the alpha test stages, before we kept getting wiped almost every patch, I ended up playing at least 5K battles.
Wow.
Battle starts.
Yeah, just when I finally got tired of getting wiped all the time, so
Right.
I just went and was like, you know what, I am in no hurry to get a tier 10 at this point.
Yeah.
I'm just going to wait until open beta, so they're not going to wipe me anymore.
Yeah, I hear you.
There's only so many times I can go through the Chester.
Right. That's very good. The Chester, I'm just going to free XP my way past the Chester. It's just like I free XP my way past the M3 Lee. I just couldn't, my heart couldn't take it. So.
Yeah, there are just some vehicles that they really should not be in game. They're that bad.
I agree. So what's your favorite ship? After all of this, and let's assume we're not talking about super testing or anything like that, what is your favorite ship in the game currently?
Atlanta.
Yeah. Yeah, without a doubt, that's my favorite as well.
Yeah, I would have to say it is the Atlanta. I mean, like, if you're talking about carriers, I would have to say the floating airport, the Hakuryu, the Japanese tier 10. It's almost as big as Reagan International on water. That's what I always say it is. And then, yeah, it's kind of hard for battleships. I really like the Iowa.
Yeah, I do too.
But I also like the Yamato. And then the Des Moines will always have a place in my heart because it's basically tier 10 Atlanta.
Yeah. Well, I was on my way to the Des Moines. I had gotten all the way through Baltimore and something else, and I was on my way to the Des Moines when we got wiped. But I was really looking forward to that because of the Atlanta. And I didn't get into the carriers all that much. I stayed in, I think, tier 4 or 5 carriers. I was trying to learn those, but I didn't enjoy the play as much as I do the regular ships. But the Atlanta, I agree with you, that is just so much fun. It's just such a it just pisses people off.
Mm-hmm. And if you time it correctly, it's just unstopped fire. You can sit there and destroy it. And what I've noticed is if you get a battleship's attention, because the battleship's going to wreck you.
Yeah.
But I've done it before in the alpha test. There's been a Yamato that's attacked another Yamato, and I happen to swing around on the other side where the enemy Yamato's guns are not facing to me, and I just sit there and go very, very slowly and just start raining fire on them. And you may do a little bit of damage here and there, but it adds up.
Yeah, it does. Absolutely does.
And it makes them so mad.
Yeah, if their attention is focused elsewhere, you can, I mean, I've had games where I think the best game I ever had, and this is not great by any stretch of the imagination, but was over 318 hits in one game with an Atlanta. And that's just, that'll wreck anybody's day.
I remember there used to be a contest going out to see how many consecutive hits you could get in one game. And the winner of that contest got a free Atlanta. And there were consecutive hit marks in the 500-600 mark.
Wow.
It was insane.
I think we'll actually see that in open beta here. when people jump into premium ships and go up against Atlanta drivers that are really, really good and know what they're doing, I think we'll start to see that 400 or 500 shot range again. There's a Kuma coming up.
Yeah, I'm turning hard for it. I gotta head back that other way.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn to starboard, get past this guy in front of me here, this Arkansas beta, and swing back around. I think the Omaha is AFK.
Yeah, and he's only gonna keep that attention for so long.
Yeah. Roger. So, since you've been in the game for so long, Destroyer just spotted me. What sort of major changes have you seen that you you wish were still in the game now from these other tests that are not there anymore?
There used to be a game mode called Convoy, I believe it was, and it was really fun. They said that they took it out for balancing issues, but everyone seemed to really like it. We're hoping that it comes back.
I would really like to have that mode. I think that'd be a great mode. Can you say anything about what it was without violating any of the NDA?
There is a thread on the forums by Tester. 59. He had a whole thread about what that whole mode was. I got into the alpha test right as they were taking it out, so I didn't really get to play a lot of it. So I can't say that I'm an expert on what that whole mode was about, and it's been a while.
Right.
Alpha test alone took around 2 years to complete.
Gotcha.
But it was really fun. It was pretty simple.
I think there's going to be some torpedoes coming my way.
Yeah, I can't see that destroyer anywhere. I even have my scout up.
I'll put mine up real quick. What do you think of the amount of time the scout stays in the air right now?
I don't think it's too bad. I think it was... I mean, it was a little bit different in the closed beta. What I really wish that they would allow us to do is give us the controllable scouts.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, let us be able to choose where our scout plans go.
That's my big.
They haven't done that yet.
That's my really big thing. I would very much like to have at least 3 waypoints that we could use to send the scouts out. I mean, if you know, if all right, do I have torpedoes on this guy now? Spinning around.
Yeah, I'm trying to get around this island.
There he is. Got him. Okay.
There's that destroyer.
Yep. Alright. Shoot, I was hoping those torpedoes would hit him. Alright. We got some hits on him. Back to the questions in just a sec, folks. We're just going to try and kill this guy before it happens. Shoot, that was bad aim. it's done that to me again. Alright. I'm behind this island, so I'm going to spin around a little bit now. We put a hurt on that guy, though, didn't we?
Yeah. I lost sight of him, though.
Oh, I got him.
Nice.
I got him with the torpedoes. You know, on this Russian ship right here, I actually have this flag here in my house. I found it the other day. I was up in the attic doing something, and was going through a box I had of military stuff, and I actually have this fleet flag. This exact one.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, what else? What other game changes did you see that aren't here anymore that you think would be good? Like, say, like the buoyancy bar, or anything like that, or the shallow waters. Is there anything else out there you saw?
The shallow waters, they used to have buoys marking where the shallows were. So if you saw like yellow buoys, then you knew that unless you were a destroyer, you really couldn't get through there.
Right.
It would just stop you in your tracks. I wish that those buoys would be back. It seems like you can get stuck on islands a lot easier now, and that kind of irritates me.
Yeah.
And the balancing of carriers. They destroyed American carriers.
Yeah.
Right around the time that open beta was coming, they just destroyed them. The loadouts on the American carriers have made them absolutely worthless. Because you can only get one torpedo squad per carrier for Americans, and yet Japanese carriers can have like 5 or 6.
Right.
That's not really balanced.
Agreed.
I mean, yes, the fighters on the Americans are much better, but still, I mean, how are you going to do a lot of damage? They don't give you enough experience for shooting down planes versus doing damage to other ships.
Yep. I agree with that. Alright, here comes fire from that guy. Shit. Okay. Well, he is pouring it on me.
Yeah, I tried to buy the Atlanta, and they don't have it in the
Yeah, it's gone.
premium shop anymore.
That's right. Yeah, they
Kind
took
of
it out.
bad. I hope that they bring it back.
Alright, I'm torping this guy.
Oops.
I'm taking some serious hits from him. Good stuff. Where are those coming from? Shit. Sorry. I got in your way, didn't I? My bad. Oh shit. Spin around.
Oh no 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 no!
Ah! Almost had it.
I'm
Good
gonna
spread.
take one. Oh. One's better than all of them.
Yeah, I got one and it killed me. So, there's that. Look at that guy on your port side, 5 kilometers.
Oh lord.
Battleship.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to kill him.
Torp him. Yeah, he won't know if you torpedo him. He won't get it. Good man. So, every super tester that I get on here, I'm going to ask the same question. And I'm not doing this to get you kicked out of super testing. But anything can you tell us anything about the super testing? Good shot. Got one in there.
The super test is consisting of, it's a special server where only experimental features for World of Warships are tested, some of which may or may not ever make it to the main server.
Right.
It is tightly bound by the NDA, so there's not a lot I can tell you versus what I have.
You got that guy.
How did he not die?
He's gonna right now.
Still, how did he not die?
There he
There
goes.
we go.
There he goes. All right, it's just you. You've got to carry this bitch on your back.
Yeah. This team depends upon you. I heard that.
What you should do?
That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. So, just so everybody knows, interestingly, before we actually got started into this tonight, Cal happened to get online with me onto TeamSpeak a little early, and he was busy going through all of the applications for World of Warships to be a Supertester. So, I guess in the recent past, Wargaming had your toast. Oh, that sucks. That was an excellent torpedo run. That was an outstanding torpedo run. You got to admit.
Yep. There's no way I was getting out of that.
That was a fantastic torpedo run.
2 kills apiece. That's not bad.
No, that is not a bad game at all. I mean, I'll take that all day long. I mean, I had two kills, 3 Citadel hits. I'll take it. Anyway, so Cal was telling me that he was going through all the applications for new Supertesters that Wargaming was looking to add into the Supertest program, and so I'd asked him, you know, how does one become a Supertester, and so basically, why don't you just briefly explain? Because I know there's going to be a lot of people that go, gosh, you know, there's all these beta tester guys, and then there's people that say alpha testing, and then there's super testers. What is a super tester, and how do I become one? So why don't you take 2 seconds and just explain that?
Super tester is, you know, it is a tester nonetheless. It's not that we have any superior abilities or anything. That's not the case. We are a tester just like a beta tester or an alpha tester. It's just we have the privilege of testing experimental features and helping to develop the game with the Wargaming staff to try to make it better and stop some updates from getting to the main server if they're bad enough, or pushing along something that we think is very, very good and helping it progress and develop to get better. To become one, right now the thread is locked. It has been locked since alpha testing. But when they decide to open it again, if they do, they would open up the thread in the beta section, and they would ask for anybody who is interested to apply. And it's just a short, sweet application detailing that, you know, you have interest, you want to be in the super test, and detail what type of community contributions you've done, what other testing you've done, and if Wargaming sees that you would make a good tester, then they would follow you up and send you a PM for further instruction.
Right. Okay. Okay. Good. So, folks, you heard it. You know, that's one reason to check the forums. And a lot of people who watch this video or watch videos, whether it's Jingles or iChase or me or Baron Von Games, anybody, you know, folks watch these videos, and that's great. And you can get a lot of interesting information from the videos, and you can learn how to play the games, and you can see what people are doing and sort of get reviews on ships and stuff. But the forums are really, truly a wealth of information. Yeah, there's people out there who are going to troll you in the forums and stuff like that. But if you get in there and you log in with your credentials from the game, and you read through the forums, there are different sections. There's sections on gameplay hints and tips. There's sections on new ships that are coming. There's sections on people who are looking to join divisions to play with each other. There's all kinds of things in the forums that will help you be a better player and will reduce the amount of frustration you have coming into the game. Why do my torpedoes not work when I drop them at this distance? Why do aircraft carriers do this? How come my battleship can't do this? So there's all kinds of information you can get out of the forums, and it's also the place where you can find out when to be a super tester, or when Wargaming is having some sort of contest that you can get into and get free gold or a special ship or t-shirts or whatever it is that they're going to do. So you should all check out the forums, and I'll have a link to some of the forums in here for new players and for learning how to aim your ship and what is a Citadel hit. And give me another example, Cal. What's a good thread in the forums that new players should go to?
Well, I know that you interviewed Quaffer before.
Yep.
He has a wealth of information. There are a lot of other super testers and alpha testers that they spend time out of their day to pass on their knowledge and try to help new players get better.
Tedster, like you said, Tedster 59, Lurt is a good one.
Mm-hmm. They have guides and videos and all that. iChase, who happens to be a member of NGA, he has all kinds of videos detailing how this ship works, and he has reviews.
Yep.
And all you have to do is ask, and there will be somebody that's willing to help you.
That's right. So, and Chase is a really good one. He's a super nice guy. He does his very best. He's got a great collection of videos out there on everything from Know Your Ship, which talks about different kinds of ships, to how to do manual torpedo drops, to how to play a destroyer, to what kind of crew skills you should get for your captains, like this guy right here. So that they've changed the crew skills from what they were to they've changed some things around in here, and Chase is working through that and trying to explain to people what you should get for different kinds of ships. And just so everybody knows, I am in negotiations with iChase Gaming right now to have Chase come on and be a interviewee in between two warships. So fingers crossed that I will get Chase on here, because he and I are talking about it now. So great, that's a really good point. So let's move on here. I know we're running out of time. You want to do one more game?
Yeah.
Let's pick another ship. We'll do one more game, and I got a couple more questions, and then we'll call it a night.
Let's see. Let's end it with the betas.
Right. Okay. Let's end it with the betas. All right. Here we go. So, speaking of having all these new people, now that we're in open beta testing, and we have all these new guys coming in, let me ask you, what advice do you have? What's the one thing you think would be advice to give to new players coming in the game?
The first thing that I would tell them is, if you are a veteran of World of Tanks, this is a completely different game and different play style.
Yeah.
If you play this game like World of Tanks, you will die.
That's right.
Basically, forget everything you know about tanks when you're trying to play warships, and just relearn. Yep. It would be the easiest way. Because if you try to do some of your tanks skills in here, you're gonna look like a fool, and you're gonna die like a fool.
Yep. Always keep moving. There is no peekaboo in World of Warships.
No, but there was in the closed beta.
Yeah, that's true, and there
It
will
was very
be
comical.
for the first couple of months in the open beta as well. But yeah, do not stop moving, and watch out for islands. I am the king of running into islands.
Yeah, the only time you should stop moving is when you're dead
Yep,
or your engine's knocked out.
that's right. That's right. So, which leads me to the next question here. Tell me one of your biggest pet peeves that you see people doing in World of Warships.
Uh, well, I remember in the beta weekend tests and early in the closed beta, uh, it really got on my nerves all the time. People would be moving and they would stop to shoot and then start moving again. It was the most annoying thing in the history of ever.
Wow. All right. That's a pretty interesting one.
Yeah, they were trying to play it like World of Tanks, and you can't do that.
Right. It doesn't improve your aim to stop your ship dead in the water.
No.
I think.
And then there were people, and you're gonna find this in any game, regardless of what kind of game it is. They think that they know it all, and when you try to correct them on something, some of them get a bad attitude.
Yeah.
And you can't really prevent something like that.
Right. Right. Which is why, folks, go to the forum, because if you have questions about anything or you don't think something is fair, there's probably a reason for it. And the forums will tell you before you start spouting off in chat in the game with folks who've been around for a very long time.
Yeah, the forums is a wealth of knowledge, and there's always going to be people that are going to be able to help and teach, and all you got to do is ask.
Yep.
We will be more than happy to help you get better.
Yep, that's good. I tell you, my pet peeve is folks who start just spamming torpedoes either out of range or when you're in front of them and they're on your own team. That's a big one for me.
Yeah.
I doing it last night.
The bots in co-op used to do that all the time in alpha test. It didn't matter if you were friendly or not; they would just launch all their torpedoes into your side.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I had a video where I was doing some division play one time in beta, and it was a guy who just gotten into the game. He'd bought his way in, and we were divisioning up, and he said, "Hey, I see that people can talk to you in chat. Do people ever talk back to you?" And I said something like, "Only when I accidentally shoot him in the ass with torpedoes." And the game literally broke up. We were all laughing so hard that we literally couldn't keep playing because I had fired off a bunch of torpedoes, and this destroyer just came out of nowhere and went right in front of me and just pretty much ran into like a spread of 4 of them. And he was so mad at me, but he wasn't anywhere close to where I was when I fired him. And he just decided to spin around and just come straight in. And I felt pretty bad about it, but nevertheless, that is my king pet peeve of all in the game is people spamming torpedoes all over you.
Yeah, I do remember when one of my clanmates, Primrose, she was a big streamer. I was divisioning with her. I was in Milwaukee Alpha, and she decided to launch a torpedo spread, but did not tell me that I was on a direct intercept course. And so 4 of her torpedoes hit me in the side. How I survived, I don't know.
Ouch.
But I had 3/4 of my health just instantly vaporized. But I shook it off. I took it like a man. And I ended up getting 5 kills. And Confederate, First Blood,
Nice.
Devastating Strike.
Nice.
I got a whole bunch of these medals and all that. And was the best one in the entire game for that match. And I only had 1/4 health left.
Yeah, that makes that's where you want somebody to FedEx you a beer after doing that to you.
Yeah. I needed one.
Yeah.
And I still will never let her forget that.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like,
no,
yeah, well,
no.
you tore up your commander, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I agree. I plenty of times I've got a buddy of mine, Captain Italia, who I do a lot of divisioning with in World Tanks and things like that. And whenever he does something, I will remind him game after game after game. All right, got a battleship off my port bow.
Yep, he's still out of range from me.
South Carolina. Oh shit, I'm using the wrong shells. Alright, I'm going to reload and fire all these off. Alright, switching ammo. There's a St. Louis up here as well. Oh shit, I'm going to hit this island. I'm so bad at driving. No, I'm going to miss it. Alright. So being up at Pax River, you do any boating up there in real life?
Every once in a while. When it's just a really nice day, I'll go and get out on the water. Oh, that St. Louis felt that one.
Oh, he lit me on fire. Little bastard. Give me some guns. There he goes. That's
Yeah,
gonna,
he's hurting.
that's gonna hurt.
Then again, he does have 2 battleships shooting at him.
Yeah. Oh my god. It went between his smokestacks. That's amazing. Oh my god.
Oh, we got a team killer on our team.
Uh-oh. Oh, I think I saw that earlier. I think I saw somebody say, hey, damn, sorry. Probably somebody shooting torpedoes without paying
Yeah.
attention.
Once you shoot torpedoes, you can't really control it. It's out of your hands at that point.
That's right. It's a no fire is friendly fire.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to head back towards our cap, get back to the other side of the map because there's a Kuma and a Wakataki and all that over there. So, is there, this is our last game. I pretty much ran through all the questions I really had for you. I really do appreciate you taking all this time with me tonight, Cal. But anything else you want to say? Anything you want to pimp? Anything you want to promote? Anything you want to get off your chest?
Well, it's just, really, if anybody is interested in, divisioning up with me or anybody in NGA, or if you're interested in joining NGA, just hit us up. And, we're not mean, we're not going to bite. We'll be more than happy to teach you if you want to learn something. We are a very involved clan. We're not limited to just wargaming games. We can play plenty of others. We're a great group of guys, and we would encourage you to apply and have fun with your fellow captains.
Good stuff. And like I said, I will have the link to his to the website for Navy Gaming, and You have an application section on there, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys, if anybody is interested in joining a clan, one of the biggest clans, the information will be on this video in the comments section. So feel free to go check it out. I think that Wakataki spotted me. I think he's actually in firing range. I just don't know where the hell he is. And the Kuma is not helping me out. We got this game. I just don't know if I'm going to get close enough to fire at anybody in the meantime. Oh no, the Wakataki's on the other side. Okay, we're all right. I'm gonna head straight to their cap. Oh shit.
Oh, he's in our cap.
He's in our cap. Who's firing? Then who's firing? Who the hell's firing torpedoes over there? All right, get my gun spun around.
Kasky, if you're ever interested in getting into a clan or something like that, yeah, you're more than welcome to apply as well.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I was checking your site out earlier today. I'm actually in the Havoc clan in World of Tanks, in one of the Havoc University clans. I literally just joined their clan in the last couple of weeks. I have my own with my kids, but they're not interested in playing much anymore. So I thought, well, I'll just do some learning because I was kind of stuck at the 63% win rate kind of thing, and I thought, man, I need to go ahead and see if I can't bump this up a little higher. And I may do the same thing in World of Warships. So I appreciate the offer, and if it gets to the point where that's something I want to do, I'm going to hit you up for that for sure.
Yep, I got quite a few buddies who are part of Havoc, and it was actually one of my first clan leaders. He joined Havoc, and his son did too. That's why that clan disbanded.
Oh, I got you. All right, I've got this destroyer. I'm going to try to put some shots into him. I'm not promising anything here, but shit, low. And he put torpedoes in the water at me. Come on. These are the most inaccurate guns on the planet. Shit. Alright, I hit him. God damn it. And of course I hit an island. That's awesome. Sorry I'm not talking, folks. I'm trying to concentrate on not being a dumbass at the end of the match here. Seriously. We had a destroyer going in there. It's over. He's dead. Okay. So it's just you and the Kuma going after that Miyogi. Rock on. Oh, wow. That was a good fight right there. I'll take that. It didn't do much, but any win's a good win. Although
Yeah, it works.
I will say this. I had a 222 hit loss in my Cleveland, right? It was like an amazing game. 4 kills. I don't know how many Citadel hits, all that sort of stuff. 222 hits in a Cleveland, which is a pretty good fight. And obviously pretty much top of the food chain there in the points on the losing team. Next match I get into with the Cleveland, we win, and I must have had like 15 hits. You know, just absolutely kills me. But it is what it is. All right. I'm never going to get down there in time. So, since you're in the DC area for 4th of July, are you going to go down to the National Mall and deal with the teeming masses of humanity for the fireworks display?
No, I did that a couple years ago, and I ended up going to the Anacostia base, just right across from Reagan,
Yeah.
and that's a pretty good place to go see him. But I think we'll just stay at the college. That's around here, College of Southern Maryland. They do a fireworks show.
Yeah. Well, I've got my girlfriend's got her sisters in town, and they're insistent on going down to the mall to see them. So we are unfortunately going to deal with the massive humanity. I said, well, let's just take a river cruise. You know, get on one of those river cruise ships and do a river cruise and see them from there. But no, we're gonna go to the mall. So anyway, stick around for me just for a second, Cal. After I sign off. But everybody, thank you so much for watching. I realize this is a long game, but I really wanted to have you guys have a chance to talk to Cal. Again, he's a forum influencer with over 1,300 posts. He's the World of Tanks. He's on the Council of Armored Forces as a community contributor. He's a alpha tester for World of Tanks Generals. He is a closed beta tester for World of Warplanes. He is a super tester for World of Warships, and he is the North American Testing TeamSpeak lead moderator, and he is the clan chief of the Navygaming North America clan. So this guy, wealth of information. Get on the forums, check his information out, look at Tedster, look at Lurt, look at Major Rampage, get on there and take a look at stuff. Again, Cal, thanks so much for taking the time out this evening to talk with us. I really do appreciate it, man. Put in a good word with Chase to get him to do one of these. It's fairly painless. And I hope everybody likes and subscribes to this series and to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a great night.